keeping it simple and sticking to the basics. So a very quick look at how Agile started, and we will, because you are all familiar with this, we will run through this section fairly quickly. So Agile is an umbrella term that includes various approaches, methods, and techniques that use short iterations and customer feedback so that the project team can keep up with the rate of progress as the requirements unfold and solutions evolve. What the customer sees is progress in terms of working software and not documents or status reports. Historically, Agile thinking started as a reaction to heavyweight methods, which were characterized by critics as heavily regulated, regimented, and micromanaged. The proponents of Agile are good to keep things simple. So proponents of lightweight methods contend that they are a return to the development practices from the early history of software development. So essentially it's going back to the beginning. We read it as keep it simple. Some of the well-known Agile methods are Scrum, Crystal Clear, Extreme Programming, Adaptive Software, etc. Now these are now typically referred to as Agile methodologies after the Agile Manifesto was published. Moving to the next slide. So Agile Manifesto has 4 main items in it. The key points, and you are all familiar with the manifesto, so key points to note about the manifesto is that it identifies just a few elements as key to the success in delivering value to the customer. And these key elements are individuals, interactions, working software, customer involvement in development, and change management. And the manifesto also clearly points how each of these are seen as more valuable compared to certain specific aspects of traditional heavyweight methods. So what is really important about this manifesto is that over the period of time, they have proved to be quite universal in nature, and they are quite open in nature and not in conflict with anything. It just says what it values over what compared to a traditional methodology. Now, these manifesto were based on 12 principles. Now, these principles, once again, you are all very familiar with. We might take a second to discuss the 10th principle, which is particularly interesting. So what it essentially says is the art of maximizing the amount of work not done, meaning get rid of non-essential things. Always think about what are the unnecessary tasks in your to-do list and defer them until the last moment. So get rid of the bells and whistles, eliminate waste, decide as late as possible, think of business value and economics. Now, so the essential principles are the frequent delivery of working software, efficient change management. Without that, you cannot respond to changes. Self-organizing and cross-functional teams that include the customer, and daily face-to-face conversation, which essentially requires the teams to be co-located, are some of the most fundamental Agile principles. Now, when you say self-organizing, it also indicates that the individuals in the team are motivated and empowered to make decisions and are knowledgeable. Moving quickly onto the next slide,